Hello everybody, this is emmavoid, and welcome back once again to my Let's Play of Kentucky Route Zero. Last we left off, we had just finished Act 3, and now we've got another intermission, here and there along the Echo. So, let's see how this goes. Alright, so we have a phone. Okay, I get the feeling this might be a situation where I'd be better off with the mouse. Yeah, let's...
The time allotted for you to dial has been exceeded. Please hang up and dial again. This is a recording.
How did I drop the phone? Give me a sec. I can... Okay. I don't know how to drop the phone. But also something seems to be coming through anyway. Okay, you know what? Give me a sec. Alright, let's maybe try that over again. Okay, we can push buttons. There we go. Pick up the phone and then drop it. Okay.
Hello. You have dialed into Here and There Along the Echo, a guide to the Echo River for drifters and pilgrims. This guide is a public service provided by the Bureau of Secret Tourism.
Interesting.
For a menu of our resources, press 1. If you have an extension to dial, press 9. For more information about our organization, press 3. If you don't remember dialing this number at all, press 5. To hear these options again, press 0. The Bureau of Secret Tourism is supported by a generous population of river creatures whom I fix up and grill as necessary. I am environmentally minded, and I believe all creatures are equally deserving of support in their transition to the next world. So I usually try to sing a little elegy like, small water creature, crab or frog. Now you know that sleep is all around us, like a muggy, tranquil fog. Something like that. It's easier to come up with these songs when I'm hungry in a sort of transcendental fasting state, but I've actually just had breakfast. A debt of gratitude is also owed to the Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces, who unselfishly and unknowingly donates this here telephone line for the purpose of this here informational resource. You can always find the latest secret tourism literature in any of our unmarked kiosks or any other old place it happens to lay. That's all I have to say about that. Hey, do me a favor. When you get a chance, call us back at extension 1928. You can press 0 now to go back to the main menu.
I'm gonna write that
Welcome
down.
home. For historical sites along the Echo River, press 1. For a guide to the river's flora and fauna, press 2. For help identifying an unfamiliar sound, press 3. If you're holding a snake right now, press 4. To hear these options again, press 0.
Okay, I guess we'll go with 1.
Well, if you're dialed into this here informational resource, then you're a certain kind of beachcombing, bat-calling sightseer. So let's take a driftwood inventory. For a diver's guide to underwater islands, press 1. For forgotten places, press 2. For restless places, press 3. For what little we know of the Iron Pariah, press 4. For food and drink recommendations, press 5. To return to the main menu, press 6. To hear these options again, press 0.
This is just the weirdest thing.
Perhaps it's the violent displacement of natural gases. Perhaps the river tilts to face the moon, slowly changing the angle of its surface over time. Some sailors blame corked rocks. Whatever the geological explanation, the islands of the Echo River are mostly transient, rising and diving on some inscrutable schedule. The following islands are presently underwater. Tearless Rock, Island of Eusapia, Endless Island, Jerry's Island, Undocumented Island, Overdraft Island, the Beasley Keys. This list is current as of now. For a diver's guide to underwater islands, press 1. For secret tourism, forgotten places are the vital spark. Take no pictures here, nor souvenirs. Write no travelogues. We will discuss these places now in vague and qualified descriptions. For the town with no roads to it, press 1. For the silo of late reflection, there is a town which has its own roads, but which no other roads connect to. They send and receive mail. There is a school, and so on. But what I want to tell you about now is the horses. There are horses living wild in this town. I forget how they got there. They don't stay in stalls. They sleep outside. They walk through the town, on the streets, or on the sidewalks, and the people of the town think of them as elegant, wordless neighbors.
This is very Night
For a
Vale-esque.
diver's guide to underwater islands, press 1.
Okay.
For secret tourism, forgotten places are the vital spark. Take no pictures here, nor souvenirs.
Alright, I'll listen to the whole thing
Write
this
no
time and see.
travelogues. We will discuss these places now in vague and qualified descriptions. For the town with no roads to it, press 1.
Right.
For the silo of late reflections, press 2.
Late reflections.
For the monument to something that we don't remember what it is,
Something I don't remember what it is.
there is a silo so tall and strange that it can take years for an echoing word to bounce from bottom to top and then bottom again. If you wait patiently, you may overhear the conversations of earlier visitors. I once had an argument there with a dear friend, but I forget what it was about, and we haven't spoken since. Maybe I'll go find out someday. For a diver's guide for secret tourism, forgotten places are the vital spark.
Come on,
Take
let
no
me
pictures here,
let me
nor
skip
souvenirs.
that.
Write no travel logs.
Alright, come on.
We will discuss. I suppose it must have been an important event if we felt we needed to commemorate it. The monument looks like it was a lot of work to put together. I wonder if it was a happy occasion, something we were celebrating and didn't want to let go of, or if instead it was something so horrible that we never wanted to forget it, for fear that we'd accidentally do it again. There isn't a plaque or anything. I guess we didn't think we'd need one. For a diver's guide to underwater islands. For the cluttered place, press 1. For the flooding place, press 2. For a list of the places where people can't sleep, press 3. There is a place always cluttered by debris floating along the water. Otherwise, it's unremarkable. In fact, the only way to find it is to notice that there happens to be more trash there than anywhere else around. I wonder why that is. For a diver's guide. There is a place that regularly floods. I first saw this place years ago when an acquaintance of mine, an artist, built an installation there. The work was very complicated. All of her artwork is. I remember it was made from huge piles of recycled newspapers. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to complete it before the flood came and wiped it out. The next time I passed by this place, it was full of young men and women on bicycles. They'd built a track weaving through the soggy ruins of my acquaintance's flooded artwork. The rising water level quickly made it too dangerous to ride in anymore, and many bicycles were crashed and abandoned. The last time I saw the place, it had been repurposed to store handmade pottery earmarked for sale out of state. By the time I arrived, there was just a pile of ceramic fragments dashed by floodwaters against rusting bicycles and gray pulp. I've heard recently that this place has been reclaimed again. Surely this time, things will be different. For a diver's guide. For the cluttered place. People can't sleep in the wet grass or on the bridges of New Königsberg. They can't sleep anywhere near Lake Lethe because it's too large. Nobody can sleep with their toes in the river because it's too cold. People can't sleep where I sleep because I'm all knees and elbows, and anyway, there isn't enough room for both of us.
Yeah, relatable.
I'm not sure if anyone can sleep on the deck of the Mucky Mammoth, but I'm certain they can't sleep on the trash barge because of the smell. If you have anything to add, please call us back with extension 7360.
7360.
For a diver's guide to underwater islands, press 1. The Iron Pariah is just what she's called along the Echo River. Of course, she once had another name, but it's been scratched away, maybe out of shame? Or maybe she took a bend too sharply and left her true name on a rock. So, what else? We know she was in the war, but neither side would claim her. We don't know if anyone's aboard. She drifts along the water and commands a wide berth. Tourists If you hope to document the Iron Pariah, I fear you will be disappointed. She has a beguiling way of vanishing from photographs. Steer to shore and let her be carried along in silence. Pilgrims, I wouldn't dare to interfere. For food and drink recommendations, press 5. For food, press 1. For drink, press 2. To return to the main menu, press 5. If you plan your journey along the Echo to be a slow and thoughtful one, you will surely want to eat. It's true, and even advanced preparation can still fail you. Maybe the food you've packed will fall in the water and be spoiled. Or it could be stolen by a bat. Well, the water sustains all travelers. Catch it yourself in the river, or have something prepared for you at this place out on the lake.
You know, that place.
The restaurant is called...
With the stuff.
Well, it's out on Lake Letha. It has to be out there where the water is deepest. If you go early in the morning, you might see the diver bring in his nightly haul. Weird creatures from weird depths, fish, crabs, jellies, things we don't have proper names for at this elevation. Sam and Ida's, that's the name of it. Sam dives, Ida cooks. Unique fare and uncommon conversation, to say nothing of the decor. If you do stop by, tell them I said hello, and that they're always in my thoughts and prayers. For a diver's guide to for food, the water is fine, but more adventurous tourists will surely be looking for stronger stuff. Move quickly along past any strangers with cheap bourbon flasks. You can get that hard times rot gut anywhere. If you're traveling by boat, you'll want the traditional seafarer's liquor. As it happens, there's a watering hole called the Rum Colony, wholly devoted to the stuff. You know, mixed with sugar and bright colors. I've heard it's excellent, but I never drink the stuff. I take my spirits clear. Welcome home. For historical sites along the Echo River, press 1. For guide to the river's flora and fauna, press 2. For help identifying an unfamiliar sound, press 3. If you're over the snake right now, press 4. To hear these options again, press 0. Well, if you're dialed into this here informational resource, then you're a certain kind of beach-combing, back-calling sites here. So let's take a look at inventory. For different types of water, press 1. For the language of bats, press 2. For insect interactions, press 3. To return to the main menu, press 5. To hear these options again, press 0. The Echo River is best known for its plentiful waters, not their volume, but their diversity. There's surface water, deep water, big water, and small water. Water that moves quickly. Slower water. Water in a cup. There's the water you know about, the water you don't know about, and the water you only assume exists due to indirect evidence, like a rumbling sound behind the rock. Cool water, but also warm, and even warmer. Water that gets things clean. Water that only makes things dirtier.
This
water
is too many
both
kinds of
soft
water.
and hard. Water in living bodies. If you come across any other kind of water, be very careful.
Oh.
Call us back.
Hey.
And dial extension 0464 just to be safe. For different types of water, press 1. For the language of bats, press 2. Many find learning the language of bats to be intimidating, but it's really pretty straightforward.
Really?
The most difficult part is getting your ultrasonic pronunciation right. See, bats have enormous, complex ears. For us, it's more of a struggle. Here, let's try some useful phrases. Repeat after me so you can practice your pronunciation. Here's how you say, I don't know where I am.
That's
Okay.
impressive.
Here's how you could ask, haven't we met before?
Uh-huh.
Great. And here's how you say, sorry, I must have left it in the boat. Now, a very useful phrase. It's a shame we didn't record that.
It's a shame we didn't record that.
Every conversation has to end. So here's how to say, I will write that down in case I forget it later.
Is that how you end most conversations?
For different types of water, press 1. For the language of bats, press 2. For insect interactions, press 3. If you stop your boat somewhere cool, you may find yourself swarmed by insects. You may swat at them or cover your face, thinking they're all trying to bite you or buzz in your ear. But these insects are more interested in each other than they are in you. In fact, they've already forgotten you. They're back to chasing each other, breeding, competing over resources. Their minds are so shallow that while you've been standing there with your hands raised to your face, they've begun to think of you as part of the landscape, a funny-looking rock. This is what they sound like.
I mean, I do have to admit, I am the funniest looking rock. Oof. Not a fan of that noise. How long is this gonna last? I think we've fallen into a trap. Who knows how long this recording could be. Let's start over again. Hey, no, wait, no. So where to? Huh. But I wasn't done on the phone. I could use a taco or something. I'm starving. I had all that jerky. Seafood sound okay? Where's the sea? Oh, it's probably flown in frozen. It always is. I mean, it's fresh at the coasts when they freeze it, so it's still like it's fresh when they bring it over here. Time slows down as you head inland. Right, same thing for shrimp. Cool. Ready to go? No, let's take a minute. Yes, more phone time.
You have dialed into Here and There Along the Echo, a guide to the Echo River for drifters and pilgrims.
I gotta say, the
This guide
music they
is a
picked was
public
pretty
service provided
chill.
by the Bureau of Secret
I like it.
Tourism. For a menu of our resources, press 1. If you have an extension to dial,
We'll come back
press
with,
9.
with the extensions
For
next
more
time.
information about our organization, for a catalog of subterranean birdsong, press 1. Now I'll play you several recordings of Echo River birdsong.
Not
When
too
you
many, I
hear a
hope.
song you want to know more about, just press 1. At any time, you can press 5 to stop. Ah, the lonesome teal. Ugly, spiteful little thing. That's the American grid piper. Huh? I thought they were extinct. The rock sparrow. Don't feed him. He'll come back with friends. You've got a gray-beaked grouse there. Not my favorite bird. That's a morning hummingbird, so named because they bury their dead.
What?
That's just a pigeon.
It's just a picture.
I believe that's a painted avocet.
Uh,
If you catch him, you can make a nice pigment from his feathers. The peat-breathed riverbill. Keep an eye on that one. They make their nests out of stolen jewelry. The lonesome teal. Ugly,
I guess we've
spiteful
gone
little
around.
thing. For a catalog of subterranean birdsong, press 1. For help identifying something that's happening in the dark, press 2. The wet, rocky contours of the Echo River make for sometimes baffling reverberations that turn mundane sounds into weird, rattling symphonies. Like that.
Like
It can
that.
be a challenge to pick through the clamor and recognize even something as simple as water dropping in a metal bucket, especially in the dark. Here are some examples. When you hear a sound you want to know more about, just press 1. At any time, you can press 5 to stop. And that was a canoe tipping over from several miles away. That was someone burning a phone book.
Oddly specific.
That was someone tearing up an electric bill. That was a phone ringing underwater.
On your plate.
That was a motorboat's propeller failing. That was dirt being thrown on the lid of a coffin. And that was a canoe tipping over
Oh, right,
from
got that one.
several miles away. For a catalog of subterranean birdsong, press 1. For help identifying something that's happening in the dark, press 2. If you are hearing organ music, press 3. Lucky you. Does it sound like this?
I'm not sure that's lucky, but it's certainly spooky. Did we stumble into another this one's going to play for forever option? Yeah. No, not ready to go.
The number you have dialed is not real.
Hey.
If you're holding a snake right now, press 4. So, you're probably not in any danger, but why are you holding that snake? If you're involved in an exchange of some kind, press 1. If holding the snake is part of your spiritual practice, press 2. If you don't remember why you're holding the snake, press 3. To return to the main menu,
Let's try
take
one.
another look at your snake. Not a bad snake, is it? Yeah, it's really nice. You got
Yeah.
a good one.
Good snake.
Can you bear to see it go?
Aw.
What's the other party bringing to this here swap? Press 1 if you still plan to go through with the trade. Press 2 if you're having second thoughts. Yeah, well, you're probably right. All right. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work on this here snake situation. What you're going for is a kind of gestural conversation. Don't worry. I'll lead you two through it. Give that snake a name and look her right in the eyes and say her name. I'm going to go with Delia for the purpose of demonstration, but you pick a suitable name. Try to follow along with me here to the
Pick a
best of your
suitable name for
ability.
your snake. Got it.
Delia, take it easy now. What if all of this is just a reflection of a reflection? Now hold the silence while she processes that metaphysical curveball. Okay, what's Delia up to now? If she's staring right back at you, press 1. If she's wriggling around, press 2. And if she's just kind of limp, press 3. Good. Now you got her attention. Now, leading with your shoulder, slowly tilt your body to the left, always maintaining eye contact. Adjust your feet as necessary. You want to do a full rotation over several seconds. It's normal to feel a bit self-conscious. Try not to get tangled up in the phone cord, or next time plan ahead and use a cordless. All right, where are we at? If the snake is breathing heavily, press 1. If she's curled around your forearm, press 2. If her tongue is extended, press 3.
This is the weirdest thing ever.
Okay. Gently raise your arm above your head. Delia should just slide on down and come to rest on your shoulder. There you go. Delia should be in a kind of a calm, thoughtful state now, so you can move on. So, put that snake in some grass or something. Let Delia be free, like a snake should. And go ahead and wash your hands if you care to. I would. Welcome home. For
Oh,
historical
we're about to do a
sites
lot of
along
snake
the Echo
handling, aren't we?
River, press 1. What's the other party bringing to this here swap? Press 1 if you still plan to go through with the trade. Press 2 if you're having second thoughts. Yeah, well, you're probably right. All right. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work on this here snake
All right.
situation.
So either option is
What
the
you're
same.
going for is a kind of gestural conversation. Don't worry. I'll lead you two through it. If she's wriggling around, press 2. Yikes! Okay, slowly. Slowly. Lean in like you're gonna kiss her. You really got to make an impression here. I mean, it is crucial.
Please don't kiss the
Maintain
snake.
eye contact to the best of your ability. When your face is just an inch from Delia's, let out a slow, gentle sigh. Let your breath warm up that frosty snake blood, you know. Gently. All right, where are we at? If the snake is breathing heavily,
Okay.
press 1.
So at least it's not like
If
an
she's
actual
curled
branching
around
path.
your forearm, press 2. Okay, I want you to tense your arm muscles and then relax them, one by one. Take slow, shallow breaths. Tense, relax, tense, relax. Try to focus all your thoughts on that blood coursing through your arm veins. Forget Delia is even there, just you and your blood. There you go. Delia should be in a kind of a calm, thoughtful state now, so you can move on. If holding the snake is part of your spiritual practice, press 2. Listen, I'm not here to kid-glove your relationship with the Eternal. But how do you think that snake feels right now?
Right?
I mean,
That poor
is
snake.
that snake in church, or just you?
What?
All right. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work on this here snake situation. Okay, what's Delia up to now? If she's staring right back at you, press 1. If she's wriggling around, press 2. And if she's just kind of limp, press 3. Well, your snake may be asleep. It happens. You've got to wake her up gently now. Whisper her something pleasant.
Aw.
Tell her why she wants to wake up.
Gently wake up the snake.
Really convince her. I'll wait. All right, where are we at? If the snake is breathing heavily, press 1. If she's curled around your forearm, press 2. If her tongue is extended, press 3.
Yep.
You just point your tongue right back at her. If hers moves left, yours moves right, and so on. Maintain eye contact so she knows you're not making fun of her.
Aw.
There you go. Delia should be
Always
in
be
a
nice to your
kind of a
snake.
calm, thoughtful state now. So if you don't remember why you're holding the snake, press 3. To return to... Okay. What's the last thing you remember? Please describe your memory in as much detail as you are able, paying particular attention to any smells and sounds you may recall. Were you breathing through your mouth or your nose? What did the air taste like? And so on. Feel free to call again with extension
time.
1618 and tell us the whole story. All right. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work on this here snake situation.
Alright, so looks like we managed to get through all of the actual dial-in options. Now we've got a collection of extensions to call. So, let's see what we get.
Hello. If you have an extension to dial, press 9. For more information about our... Now is the time to dial an extension.
Alright, so first extension we have is just one where they randomly asked us to call them back.
I just want to listen to the wind blow. Or even better, television static. Can you tune your TV to a dead station and let the static play into the phone? When you're finished, press the 0 button. Thanks.
Is that good enough?
is the time to dial an extension.
Alright, this one was to report more places where people cannot sleep.
Alright then. Tell us why you can't sleep. When you're finished, press the 0 button.
Can't sleep 'cause I don't wanna. That's probably good enough.
Now is the time to dial an extension.
Alright, and for reporting other kinds of water.
Found some weird water, huh? Alright. We'd better catalog it. Hold the phone up to it for a bit, and we'll record it for later analysis. Press 0 when you're done.
Blub, blub, blub. I mean, I'm kind of like weird water, if you think about it.
Now is the time to dial an extension.
Alright, final extension. How did I wind up holding this snake?
Something else shook loose. Well, how vivid is it? I mean, can you really smell it?
Memories of what it
Are you
was.
sweating it out now? Are your hands all damp? And when you brush your hair out of your eyes, it just tastes like... Listen, if your hands are damp, press 1.
Oh,
If your feet are damp in your socks, press 2. If you don't feel particularly damp anywhere, press 3.
I don't feel particularly damp.
Oh, everyone has a damp spot somewhere in their body or mind. That's what lets us sort of squish a little when we try to remember something. Muddy the details, right? Even if it's just that wet blood sloshing around in there. Your soggy heart, right? Let's hear all about it. When you're finished explaining yourself, press the 0 button.
Huh. That was really weird.
If your hands are damp, press 1.
Alright, further
If your feet
dampness.
are damp in your socks, press 2. I had a feeling they might be. That's good. That's where it'll soak in and take a resting shape. Let's hear all about it. When you're finished explaining yourself, press the 0 button.
So very weird. But hey, that means we just have the one left.
Listen, if your hands are damp, press 1.
Damp hands.
I had a feeling they might be. That's good. That's where it'll soak in and take a resting shape.
Well, okay. Alright. I think we're ready now. But hey, now we can start Act 4. Alright, the weird mammoth on the boat. That is incredibly weird. Manual 5.4 Context Backlash. General wear on the gestural gear mounting apparatus 5A1 may result in undesirable play between teeth in the context and history state machine gears, causing stuttering, slippage, resetting, skipping. I guess it could be slippage. If left unresolved, gears slot can gradually throw limbs out of alignment, blend motions, and decontextualize gestures. See also sections 1.8 General Troubleshooting and 5.3 Gesture Context. Troubleshooting then. Technicians of sufficient talent and experience will skip this section. General troubleshooting techniques include leaving it alone, then returning later until the specularity becomes apparent, tapping on exposed metal with a wrench and listening for changes in resonance, or hammering with something plastic. That'll do, book. Tosses it into the river. My savior, our friend here is in a bad way. Any insight? I try to stay clear of high voltage these days. I don't at all blame you, especially down here. On the water, I mean. Sure, it's dangerous, but this is where she lives. What brings you down to the Echo tonight? Well, I always end up here eventually. The river is like that. It always has been. We picked you up at the Bureau tonight. Never seen you that far upriver before. I hope that doesn't mean you've been traveling on the Zero. Yeah, have you been there? The Zero? Oh, no, not me. This old river rat steers clear of weird highways. I've been traveling this river for more than half my life, more or less alone. I think I've seen it change quite a bit in all those years, but I can't say for sure. The water has a peculiar way of making a person forgetful. Some nights I remember a place, but it's full of strange new people, and some nights I meet an old friend on an unfamiliar shore. I wonder which kind of night this is. The Mucky Mammoth. Ah, here we go. Oh, I see. Alright, let's go this way first, actually. How's that cold river spray treating you? I thought I saw you squinting. It's hard water, you know, hard on the eyes. It still irritates mine a little, and I'm piloting a tugboat through it 6 nights a week. Don't be too shy to close them in public. Your eyes, I mean. People will just assume you're thoughtful. Need tea? So, peppermint, definitely. Bitter hedgehog, dried spring agaricus, split gill powder, and greening goat's foot. What are all those for? Ice rain. Dried spring agaricus masks the taste of the rest of it. Greening goat's foot in particular has an eccentric flavor profile. It's mushroom based. I'm a big believer in the fungal pharmacy. Is that your dog? Yeah, that's Valkyrie. I call her Val. She's a rescue. Isn't she dignified? I've always thought so. Is that your cat, too, below deck? Huh? I thought that was your cat. It came on board with you at the Bureau. Well, it wouldn't be the first time some strange animal hitched a ride. I hope you enjoy your trip on a little mammoth. Take advantage of all the amenities. Fresh air, cozy bunks, hot tea, the video room. There's some pretty interesting tapes down there, actually. Unusual, I mean. Weird. Watch out that the VCR doesn't take your hand off, though. It's untrustworthy. Well, what kind of VCR? I could take a look. Oh, please do. I don't know anything about electronics. Maybe try a few different tapes. You'll get the picture. Hey, do me a favor. Go ask Will how the repairs are doing and if he needs anything. We're coming up on the next stop here. Just refueling and picking up a few things. I could grab a bolt or some wire or whatever. Whatever he needs. Well, eyes on the road. Interesting. always cool to get a couple of new characters. Singing quietly, for we are mulled and whiskey fed, and... Oh! Wet gears. Wet gears? Probably. Who knows? First thing I tried, anyway. Down here by this little blue box. I took all the gears out and tried each one by hand, and then I loaded them back in again. That took care of the grinding sound, but the trunk keeps doing that sparking, clanking, weeping thing. To be honest with you, I'm not really qualified for this work. Kate's a friend, you know how it is, don't you? Kate was asking if you needed anything when we stopped. Hell, I don't know. Scratch ticket. I think she meant like parts, or... I wouldn't know if I did. So, how do you and Kate know each other? So... Ever walked through rolling farmland? Well, sure, along the highway. Along the highway, that's what I mean. Or smaller roads. Well, I sure did. I slipped under or over fences, and I walked barefoot with the seeds when they were just planted, and tilled the earth with my toes. Hey, I should tell you where I left my shoes. Did you know I'm a classically trained organist? It's true. Look at these long fingers and pedal-gripping toes. That doesn't matter. A minor in French literature earned me a position teaching Artrod to Zola at a university. Well, some shitty governor cut state funding for our department, and I was demoted to mopping floors, running wiring through the walls, or in dangerous places. I even operated the sound board at the student theater. I left my shoes there, at the university. It was a protest. Walk without shoes for something important or tragic. I ended up by the shore, and soon I was drifting along the Echo. It ran for a while above ground, then. It doesn't anymore, but I prefer the subterranean waters anyway. Kate brings me along, and I record what I see and hear. I try to help with the maintenance, drop off the mail, pick up the trash. On occasion, I take the helm. Anyway, that's all I try to remember anymore. I listen to the river's stories, and my own stories get fainter and fainter. Well, I'll just keep trying gears, I guess. Well, Ezra's here. What's up? Whoa, slow down. It's slippery up on deck. Do you have batteries? Yeah, of course. What for? Johnny said I could use his tape recorder, but it needs a battery. Oh, fun. Well... here's 4 different kinds. Surely one of these should fit. Thank you! Oh. And now we're Ezra. Oops. I didn't actually mean to come in here. Can I go back? Huh. I cannot. Hey, it's the musicians. Hey guys. Really? You were entranced. You don't remember this? It's okay. We've all seen a lot of concerts. Cyrano opened. His tape machine was broken or something. It got really cosmic. Right, at the flower shop. I remember that show. Sorry, Clara. Well, you have a second chance to hear it tonight. That was fast. Got the batteries. Let's see. Perfect. This one will do. So, you hit this button here to record. Hold it right here so you don't cover the microphone with your hand. I bet you'll find a lot of good sounds just around the tugboat. There's plenty of tape in there, so don't be stingy with it. Just record anything that catches your ear. It really changes the way you listen. For the better, I mean. Are you playing a concert tonight? I could record that. Yeah, Clara here came all the way from Lithuania just to do this Echo River gig. It's a tour. Tomorrow I'll be in Nashville, and then Atlanta, and then over to the coast. Brutal. Well, we're lucky she's making a stop. Johnny and I saw her play once, and I remember loving it, and Johnny was moved. Speaking of Cyrano, it's his night at the rum colony. Kate said she usually stops off there. Well, that's ideal. I'm supposed to meet a lady there to look at some old engine parts about 3 hours ago. 3 hours goes fast at the rum colony, ma'am. I bet she's still there. I hope we don't stop there too long. My concert is soon, and I don't want to keep them waiting. Nah, it's river time. Nobody expects you to be punctual. Hey, why don't you give that tape recorder a try? See if that cat over there has anything he wants to say. I often use found sounds in my music. If you find some interesting sounds tonight, you can help me out. Huh, interesting. So it looks like, for a little bit at least, we're going to be playing as Ezra, running around and recording stuff. Or at least, you know, we will be. Tomorrow. We spent a lot of time, or not tomorrow, but next time. Blah blah. We spent a lot of time on the intermission, so I think that's probably enough for today's episode. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, all that jazz. Be sure to check down in the doobly-doo for links to places to throw money my way. And, like, comments and chat with me and stuff like that. I always appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody!